Hey guys, it is Scott the Steamroller Steen with winnersandwhiners.com. It's Thursday, 28th of March. The tournament's back, baby. Let's talk about it, shall we? Before we do, hit that like button, give us the thumbs up. Thanks for the effort as always. Subscribe to the channel, click the bell, notified every time we put up brand new content. Just that easy. And of course, if you're looking for premium plays, you have come to the right place. Check out the link that I have in the description. Grab my premium play for today. It's a banger. It's a banger. Yeah, absolutely. So make sure you check that out as well. Check out winnersandwhiners.com. Great site. Free predictions, previews every single game, every single day. And of course, make sure if you are in need of a domestic sports book, you check out this great offer that we have from Caesars, $1,000 free first bet, up to $1,000 free first bet. So make sure you check that out as well. All right. I think that's it. I think we covered all the stuff. Had a nice little return on Tuesday night, as we got the over there to cash in our Cincinnati, Indiana State game. Kind of touch and go for a little while. And they were stalled out at 154 for a while, but, we weren't worried about it because obviously somebody got a score at some point because it was all tied up, but that ended up being a nice winner for us there. So, yeah, show me the money there. What I'm most proud of, I had a premium play on Tuesday night on the Ohio State-Georgia game. I had Georgia plus 8.5. I thought it was a misprint. I could not believe that was the actual number. It never made sense to me. It never made sense during the game as Georgia pretty much dominated most of the game. Ohio State did come back in the second half. They actually took a 6-point lead for 19 seconds before Georgia missed a three, pulled down an offensive rebound, hit the next three, and then Bob's your uncle. It was all over. Georgia ended up winning that one outright. So, yeah, that was hopefully a lot of you guys out there rode along with me on my premium play. I had a substantial personal play on that as well. Just loved it. It was one of those things. It was so good. It scared me. I wondered what I was missing. It turns out for once I wasn't missing anything. So, hey, let's talk about today's action, shall we? How about a little bit of a little replay of last year's championship game? San Diego State goes up against UConn. UConn 11-point favorites. We're riding the Huskies here. Come on. It's deja vu all over again. Got that rematch headed up. Last year's game, Aztecs hit a couple threes early, took a little bit of the lead. They managed to stay with the Huskies for the first 5 minutes or so. Then UConn made a couple of defensive adjustments, locked down the lane, and they dared the Aztecs to shoot from mid-range and beyond. Guess what? Not a good shooting team, and that did not work out well at all for the Aztecs. Shot stopped falling. Game was basically over at halftime. UConn had a 12-point lead. They did get a little sloppy in the second half, played with their food a little bit. San Diego State cut the lead to 6. But UConn called timeout, got their shit together, and won going away by 17. That was one of the most dominant tournament runs, certainly in my lifetime, as the Huskies won their 6 games by an average of 23 points per game. None of them were closer than 13 points. Of course, they, as college players do, some of them moved on. They had to replace some key parts. They moved guys like Klingon up the ladder. And if you look at his numbers, they almost mirror those of Sonogo there in the middle from last season. Brought in Cam Spencer from Maryland, or from Baltimore, Maryland, and then from Rutgers last season to replace Hawkins. Tristan Newton has stepped up and become an absolute stud. So, and they've picked up where they left off last season. They've covered 2 ginormous spreads against Stetson and Northwestern, and it looks like they're poised to roll again. Once again, San Diego State, cool story, but I don't think they're as good as they were last season, and they've been overvalued all year long, going just 14-20 against the number, including covering just 2 of their last 8. It's a team that's going to be fine as long as the shots fall, but against this very good UConn defense, the shots are eventually going to stop falling, and that's going to be a problem. Now, I'm not going to bore you with all the matchup stats and all the reasons I like UConn. I'm going to boil it down to one stat. San Diego State, 207th in effective field goal percentage, while the UConn defense is number 3 against. On the other side of the ball, Huskies are number 5 in offense effective field goal percentage, and San Diego State is 26. Not bad, but not good enough. This is an Aztecs team. They probably should have lost to UAB. I had UAB in the points there. That ended up cashing. Probably the Blazers should have won that game outright. They led most of it and should have taken care of business. I don't think they have the skill to keep up in this one. It's like running a NASCAR stock car against an Indy car. Stock car, still a great car, still really fast, has no chance against an Indy car. Same thing happens tonight. Give me the UConn Huskies, 11. Don't care. Not afraid of that number at all. Huskies, minus 11. At the end of that one, you guys can join me as we pick up our winning tickets and head back to the window. All right, you guys have a great day. One day from the weekend, everybody. Let's watch some games tonight. Have a little fun. Make a little money. Back tomorrow. Talk all about the results. Take care, everybody. We'll see you then.